Every investment you make in the world carries a risk. Stocks go up and down, markets shift, property values change. But there is one investment that never loses value, never depreciates, and pays dividends for a lifetime: the investment you make in yourself. When you commit to personal growth, you are not just adding skills to your resume. You are transforming your entire experience of life. Your confidence rises, your decisions sharpen, your relationships improve, and opportunities start finding you instead of you chasing them. But it is not selfish to invest in yourself. In fact, it is one of the most selfless acts you can do, because the better you are, the more you have to give. A stronger, wiser, healthier you will lift everyone you encounter. Today, I want to share 7 principles to help you make the greatest investment of your life. The investment in you. Invest in yourself. The highest return you'll ever get. Every investment in life carries uncertainty. Stocks, real estate, business ventures, all of them fluctuate with the market. But there is one investment that never loses its value, never depreciates, and compounds over a lifetime. The investment you make in yourself. When you decide to grow, to stretch beyond your limits, and to elevate your mind, body, and spirit, you create an asset that can never be taken away from you. Your skills, your resilience, your health, your mindset. These are the treasures that will serve you in every season of life. It's not selfish to invest in yourself. In fact, it's one of the most selfless acts you can do, because the more you grow, the more you have to give. The better you lifts everyone around you, your family, your friends, your colleagues, and even strangers you encounter. Let's walk through 7 powerful principles that will help you make the most important investment of your life, the investment in you. Education is a lifelong asset. Education is not just about the degree hanging on your wall. It's about the knowledge you accumulate and the wisdom you apply. The truth is, the moment you stop learning, you start stagnating. The world is constantly evolving, and to stay relevant, not just in your career, but in life, you must evolve with it. Read books that challenge your perspective. Take courses that push you out of your comfort zone. Attend workshops, seminars, and training sessions, even if they require time and sacrifice. Seek mentors who can guide you. And don't be afraid to ask questions. The curious mind is the one that thrives. In this digital age, information is everywhere, and so many people remain uninformed because they don't commit to growth. The cost of ignorance is far greater than the cost of learning. Think of education as planting seeds in the garden of your life. You may not see results overnight, but over time the fruits of your learning will feed you and those around you for years to come. Every skill you develop, every insight you gain is a permanent addition to your personal value. When you make learning a daily habit, you turn yourself into an unstoppable force of growth and adaptability. Qualities that ensure you are never left behind. Your mindset is your true currency. Money comes and goes, but your mindset is the one form of wealth that cannot be stolen. The way you think shapes the way you live. If your mind is filled with limitation, fear, and doubt, you will find yourself trapped no matter how many opportunities come your way. But if your mind is filled with possibility, resilience, and gratitude, you can turn even the smallest opportunity into something extraordinary. Your thoughts create your reality. If you constantly focus on what's wrong, you'll attract more problems. But if you train your mind to look for solutions, opportunities will reveal themselves where others only see obstacles. A strong mindset begins with self-awareness. Pay attention to your inner dialogue. Do you speak to yourself with encouragement, or do you sabotage yourself with criticism? You cannot build a prosperous outer life on a foundation of inner negativity. Feed your mind with positive input. Read inspiring stories. Listen to uplifting podcasts. Spend time with optimistic people. Protect it from the poison of gossip, fear-driven news, and the opinions of those who don't believe in you. Remember this: a wealthy mind will always create a wealthy life, even if it starts with nothing. But a poor mind will waste every fortune it touches. If you want lasting success, start by upgrading your mental blueprint. Health is the foundation of all growth. You can't achieve your dreams if you don't have the energy to pursue them. Too many people chase success while ignoring their health, only to find themselves too tired or sick to enjoy what they worked for. Your body is the vessel through which you experience life. If you neglect it, every other area of your life will suffer. This means prioritizing sleep, nourishing your body with whole foods, staying hydrated, and exercising regularly. It also means taking care of your mental and emotional well-being, because stress and unresolved emotions can take as much of a toll as poor diet or lack of exercise. Think of your health as the foundation of a building. Without a strong base, everything you build on top will eventually crumble. Success is not about burning yourself out to achieve your goals. It's about creating a lifestyle that sustains your ambitions for decades. Don't wait for a health crisis to wake you up. Make small, consistent choices every day that keep you strong and vibrant. Even 20 minutes of daily movement, a few more glasses of water, and an extra hour of sleep can make a world of difference. Having the vitality to enjoy life. When you're healthy, you can think clearly, move freely, and embrace opportunities with enthusiasm. When you're not, even the simplest tasks feel like mountains to climb. Invest in your health daily. It is the most practical form of self-care and the ultimate insurance policy for your future. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. The people you spend the most time with shape your habits, your mindset, and your future. If you're constantly surrounded by complainers, doubters, and people who settle for less, it's nearly impossible to grow. But if you immerse yourself in the company of dreamers, doers, and believers, their energy will inspire you to rise higher. We are all influenced by our environment, whether we admit it or not. That's why it's critical to be intentional about the relationships you nurture. Seek out people who challenge you to think bigger, who celebrate your wins, and who support your vision, not those who secretly hope you fail. This doesn't mean cutting off everyone who isn't on the same path as you. But it does mean setting boundaries with those who drain your energy. Protect your mental space. Your goals are too important to be sabotaged by negativity disguised as friendship. Remember, inspiration is contagious, but so is mediocrity. Choose your circle wisely. When you walk with people who are committed to growth, you naturally find yourself expanding, taking risks, and believing in possibilities you never saw before. The right people will not only motivate you, but also hold you accountable. They will remind you of your potential when you forget. They will push you when you slow down. They will stand beside you when things get tough. Your environment is either your greatest asset or your greatest obstacle. Make sure it's the former. Learn the art of self-discipline. Dreams are beautiful, but without discipline, they remain fantasies. Discipline is the bridge between wanting something and actually achieving it. It's the quiet power that makes you follow through even when you don't feel like it. Self-discipline means doing what needs to be done, not just what's convenient. It's waking up early to work on your goals, saying no to distractions, and staying committed to your plan even when motivation fades. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Discipline is built on habit and commitment. It doesn't rely on feelings. It relies on decisions. And every small decision compounds over time. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Keep promises to yourself. If you commit to reading for 10 minutes a day, do it. No excuses. If you decide to save a certain amount of money, follow through. Every act of discipline strengthens your self-respect and builds your confidence. When you master discipline, you become unstoppable because you no longer depend on fleeting bursts of inspiration. You become a person who moves forward no matter the circumstances. And remember, the temporary discomfort of discipline is nothing compared to the permanent regret of not trying. Turn failures into fuel. Failure is not the end. It's a stepping stone. Every successful person you admire has failed more times than most people have even tried. The difference is that they learn from it instead of running from it. When you fail, don't waste time blaming yourself or others. Instead, ask, what is this teaching me? Every setback contains a lesson that can move you closer to your goal if you're willing to see it. Too many people let failure define them. They see it as proof that they're not good enough. But in truth, failure is simply feedback. It's data showing you what works and what doesn't. When you stop fearing failure, you start taking bigger risks. And bigger risks often lead to bigger rewards. The key is to extract the wisdom from your mistakes and apply it immediately. Think of failure like refining gold. Each setback removes impurities and strengthens your resolve. Over time, you become sharper, wiser, and more resilient. The road to success is paved with lessons disguised as failures. If you're willing to embrace them, they'll fuel your journey instead of stopping it. Build inner wealth before outer wealth. Chasing money without inner peace is like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. No matter how much you earn, you'll never feel full. Inner wealth means cultivating gratitude, self-awareness, contentment, and purpose. When you feel rich on the inside, the external rewards become a bonus instead of the source of your happiness. This doesn't mean you stop striving for financial success. It means you stop depending on it to make you feel whole. Inner wealth gives you clarity. It helps you make decisions from a place of wisdom rather than fear. It keeps you grounded during success and resilient during hardship. Build it through practices like meditation, journaling, reflection, and spending time in nature. Nurture your relationships, live with integrity, and align your actions with your values. When you have inner wealth, you attract outer wealth more easily because you're operating from abundance, not scarcity. You stop chasing, and opportunities start finding you. The truth is, a full bank account with an empty soul is the worst kind of poverty. But when you are rich within, every area of your life feels abundant, and that is the highest return you'll ever get. When all is said and done, every path to success, fulfillment, and true happiness begins with one thing: the decision to invest in yourself. Not tomorrow, not when the timing feels right, not when you have more time, but now. Because the truth is, life will always be busy. There will always be bills to pay, responsibilities to meet, and reasons to postpone your growth. But the more you delay, the more you rob yourself of the life you could be living. Every book you read, every healthy habit you adopt, every moment you spend learning, reflecting, and building your character is like depositing into the most valuable account you'll ever own. And unlike the financial markets, the value of this account will never drop. It will only grow stronger, richer, and more resilient with time. The world can take your possessions, your job, even your stability, but it can never take what you have built within yourself. Your knowledge, your wisdom, your health, your mindset, and your character. These are your true assets. And here's the most beautiful part. When you invest in yourself, the returns don't just benefit you. They ripple out to everyone around you. Your courage will inspire someone else to try. Your wisdom will guide someone through their own challenge. Your discipline will set an example for someone who thought it couldn't be done. So make the choice today to be your own greatest asset. Read the books. Take the courses. Build the habits. Care for your health. Guard your mindset. Learn from every failure. And above all, cultivate a wealth inside you that no one can ever take away. Because the highest return you'll ever get is you.